Welcome back to the Productive Passions Podcast. I'm your host, Christy Tagye. Today's episode is a powerful reminder that what we believe is possible often determines what we're willing to attempt. Today, my guest is Robert Norris, also known as Man of Iron. Robert is a Guinness World Record holder, an Ironman athlete, and a leader who continues to redefine human potential. He became the first person with Down syndrome to complete a full Ironman triathlon. That's 140.6 miles, unguided. That means no physical assistance, just grit, training, mindset, and relentless determination. By any measure, that accomplishment is extraordinary. What makes it even more powerful is the way Robert approaches life, with discipline, joy, courage, and a deep belief in possibility over limitation. And he's not stopping there. Robert is currently training for the 777 Challenge, the Great World Race. That's 7 marathons on 7 continents in 7 days, which he's set to take on in November of 2026. This conversation goes far beyond endurance sports. It's about discipline as self-love, about leadership rooted in kindness, and about saying yes to big, bold goals, even when they feel intimidating, and about showing the world what's possible. If you need motivation, perspective, or a reminder that limits are often assumptions waiting to be challenged, this episode is for you. This is Robert Norris, Man of Iron. Robert Norris, thank you for being here with me. I am so excited to have you with me today on the Productive Passions Podcast. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you, Christy?
I'm doing so good. But you know what, Robert? Every time we talk, I'm always doing good because you make me smile. You just make me smile. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
So to introduce the audience to who you are, we'll talk a minute about how you and I met. We met, I don't know if it was 2 years ago at Eagleman in Maryland. Can you tell everybody what is Eagleman? What were we doing in Maryland?
Okay, so we did the Eagleman 70.3 as a half Ironman. So I did a relay swim. And I saw Christy Tagye, and she's the best person ever. And in 70.3, half Ironman in Eagleman in Maryland, it was great. I love the people and the entire environment.
So for somebody who's never heard of Ironman or 70.3, let's tell them a little bit about what that is. What is the event? It's not a marathon. It's a triathlon, right?
Yes.
So this triathlon, the 70.3, is a swim, bike, and run. And the swim is, let me see if I remember this right, 1.2 miles, and then 56-mile bike, and then a 13.1-mile run after. So that's how we met in Maryland. It was so much fun meeting you and your friends, and we hung out and we took pictures, and it was just such a good time. And then we didn't see each other for a little while until last year. We were in the Orlando airport, and I see this guy come in with his mom, getting pictures taken, making videos. And I remember thinking, gosh, I feel like I know him. And so you and I talked for a little bit, and you introduced me to your amazing mother. And we were both on our way to, do you remember where we were both going?
I know. Berlin.
Berlin.
So Berlin is a Berlin marathon. It's got a world major.
A world major. So, and how far is a marathon?
26.2 miles.
26.2 miles. So you and I were on our way to Berlin to run a world major. And that's a big deal because there are only originally, I think, 6 world majors. And now this year there's a new one, Sydney. And they're looking at adding some other ones. But anyway, that's not the only thing you did last year. Let's talk about your other world majors. What were the other world majors that you did last year?
I did Boston and I did Chicago.
Boston and Chicago. So 3 marathons last year, a half Ironman. And then when you and I had a call, you and me and your mom had a call scheduled when I was traveling to Connecticut. And I remember I woke up that morning and I saw news about you. And you were in Arizona. Robert, what did you do in Arizona that surprised everyone?
Okay, so I went to Ironman, the full Ironman in Arizona, in Denby, Arizona, of 2025. So the swim was 2.4 miles.
2.4 miles.
And for the bike is 112 miles.
112-mile bike.
And after that is a full marathon. It's a 26.2-mile run.
A 26.2-mile run after the 2.4-mile swim and the 112-mile bike. What are you, crazy, Robert?
No.
No, you're not. So, okay, this was significant for not just because you completed it, but what was it that made it different than anybody else in the whole world?
So I did that Ironman on Arizona unguided.
Unguided. So you were the only PC athlete to complete the Ironman full. So not 70.3, 140.6 miles, completely unaided, which means you didn't have a guide with you while you swam and bike and ran, which is a phenomenal way to complete an Ironman anyway. And that's a big deal. But you showed up and you did it without any help. What did that feel like?
It feels like amazing. And I did the race by myself without a guide.
So you were pretty proud of that.
And I want to show what is possible.
And I think that's important. You talk about that a lot. I know you do because I follow your social media. And when you and I talk, it's always something you talk about, showing what's possible. Why is that a big deal to you? Why is that important?
Because I want to show what is possible. So that means everybody needs to get fit. So, Christy means you to stay fit, stay hydrated, and you got this all day.
And you talk about that a lot. But what if I said to you, Robert, I'm a grandma. I can't stay fit forever. What do you say to that?
One step at a time.
One step at a time. So I don't have to wake up one morning and do an Ironman. Or I don't have to wake up one morning and go run a marathon. But I should get up and get moving.
Yes.
So let's talk about this. You got up this morning. What did you do when you got up this morning?
Okay. First thing, I woke up this morning. So I rode my bike. And after that, I did a brick run.
And what does that mean? If you ride your bike and then you do a brick run, what does that mean, brick?
Okay, so a brick means when you did a super hard, intense workout on your bike, after that is a brick run. A brick run means you can do it after the bike, not before.
Okay, so doing a brick workout is you do something and then you do something else, right?
Yes.
So this morning, you got up out of bed. And by the way, we're in Florida, but today is a chilly day in Florida. So it wasn't our typical nice warm weather. You got up out of bed, you got on your bike, and then after your bike, you went out and did a run.
I did.
That's pretty amazing. And then you have something coming up this weekend. What are you doing this weekend?
The half marathon.
Where?
In Celebration.
In Celebration. That's Celebration, Florida. That is a fun half marathon. I've done that one before. It actually was my very fastest one. So it's a pretty fun course. I hope you have a great time doing that race.
Okay.
So I wanted to talk about something else. We've already talked about several amazing things that you've done. Doing a 70.3 half Ironman, doing a full 140.6 miles Ironman, unguided, doing 3 world major marathons last year. And I know you did another marathon last year. You got one coming up, but you got a special designation recently. You were recognized in what book?
The Guinness World Record.
So you have a Guinness World Record.
Yes.
That's pretty amazing. You know what? I know you are the first person on my podcast to have a Guinness Book record. That is such a big deal.
Thank you.
What does that feel like?
It feels like amazing, and I am proud.
You should be. When you got that, because I know you got a certificate in the mail, what did you do?
I just made the Book World of Records, so I would say I feel amazing, I feel proud of myself, and I would say keep going and push hard.
That means you're just saying you got it and you're excited, but you're not done yet, right? Let's talk about what you call yourself. So if somebody wanted to follow you on social media, what do you call yourself? How do they find you?
So, Robert Norris, Man of Iron.
Robert Norris, Man of Iron. And you're on Facebook and Instagram, correct?
Yes, and don't forget YouTube.
Oh, and YouTube. And is it the same name on YouTube, Robert Norris, Man of Iron?
Actually, no. So, it's called Get Fit with Robert 21.
I love that, Robert. I love that. Can I carry that in one of my races? Can I carry that?
Yes.
Like, I know Robert. Get Fit with Robert 21 on YouTube. Oh, thank you for sharing that. So both you and I are on YouTube.
Yes.
But you're way cooler, man. You are way cooler than I am.
Thank you.
In December, you and I got together and we met at a park. It was cold that day. I don't know what it is, Robert. When I talk to you, it's cold. But it was cold that day. Do you remember meeting at Lake Minneola? Isn't that where we met? Lake Minneola?
Yes.
Yeah. What do we do?
So, we swam.
And it was cold.
Yeah.
So what did we wear?
Wetsuits.
A wetsuit. And those are hard to get into, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
So we put on our wetsuits. But before we swam, you took me through like a whole warm up. We did a whole like Michael Phelps warm up together, right?
Yes.
And then we braved that cold water.
Yeah. Yes, we did.
And not only did we brave that cold water, but the water was it's real dark. To me, I think it looks like tea. Like you can't see to the bottom, right?
Yes, you cannot see a thing at the bottom.
And do you remember what I told you I was scared of?
I would say alligators.
That's it. And you reassured me it would be fine. I've swam in some lakes before. It had been a while since I swam in Lake Minneola. But you and I went out there and braved the cold water, praying there'd be no alligators. And there weren't.
Nope.
And we had fun. We got to swim several times back and forth. But then you weren't finished with me yet. What did we do after that swim?
So we did a brick run after the swim.
Yeah. And that was a pretty cool time because it was right before Christmas. There were Christmas trees up and you got some video, some cool video. And
I got one more thing.
What's that?
So I want to run the 7 marathons, 7 continents in 7 days.
You've taught me about confidence and doing things that are a challenge and maybe a little bit scary, right?
Yes.
So sometimes these things that we dream about and we sign up for are exciting, but then a lot of times we can talk ourselves out of them because they feel scary and they feel like, I can't do this. There's been nobody like me that's ever done this before. Have you ever felt like that?
I would say no.
No? You never get scared?
Never.
I need some of that magic. And Robert, you have encouraged me. Now, I have done Ironman before. I have done marathons before. I've run 40 miles when I turned 40, but I was nervous with those things. So one of the things that you've actually taught me is when I can dream something big, if I dream of wanting to do something big, there's no reason that I shouldn't try it. And I don't have to be afraid of it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I don't have to be afraid of that. It seems like that's a message that you share a lot when you say you can do anything. And not only do you say it, but you go out and do it.
Yes.
But it's not that easy. There's a lot of training, and that might be something people don't see is the number of hours that you put into your training. You dedicate a lot of time to your training. But you're also, besides being this incredible athlete, you also work. You have a job, right?
Yes, I do.
You want to tell us a little bit about your job?
Okay, so I worked at my Publix and I help my customers. I always say hi to them. I greet them. I say, how are you doing? They say, great question. And I am a customer service clerk. I'm a bagger and I help them to bag the groceries. And yeah.
I bet the best part of that job is just meeting people.
Yes.
I would say probably the best part of going to the Publix where you work is seeing you and your smile, because you are always smiling. You're always kind. And I think, it's just, Robert, you set an example for everybody, not one type of person, but everybody, about kindness and determination. And you know what else?
Mindset.
But you know what else? I would say joy. You seem to have so much joy in your life. And you know what? When people talk about being contagious, like when you're sick, you're contagious and you get other people sick.
Yes.
In a very different way, you're contagious with your joy. So when you're so joyful and smiling and sharing with people, that's contagious. You make other people catch your joy. And when I first met you in Maryland, I caught your joy. And Robert, my friend, thank you for this. What do you want to tell everybody before we say goodbye?
Okay, I want to say, let's go. And I would say, let's do the 7-7-7 challenge. 7 marathons, 7 continents in 7 days.
And that's it for this special edition episode. I hope Robert's story inspires you to believe in your own abilities and to finally sign up for that thing you've been dreaming about. Because here at Productive Passions, we believe in taking a chance on yourself, showing up with courage, and pursuing what lights you up. And before I go, I want to dedicate this episode to my godson, Lincoln. Lincoln, you can do anything you dream of. And Aunt Mimi will always be right there beside you, cheering you on. I am your hype girl for life. Until next time, keep showing the world what's possible.